Good morning. Good morning. Hey guys, I am working home today. So I am on live with you guys today from home. So I hope you guys are ready for a good show. It's not going to be as long as we usually do because your girl got to get to work. All right. But let's get into what we got to do. All right. Good morning. Let's speak right quick so we can get on through the show. Good morning, Sheila Washington. I see Top Flight Roses in the building. Thanks for being here, love. Everybody in the building. All right. Everybody. See how we had to get through that? Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Let's go ahead and jump in. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. I see y'all coming in. Living with Purpose, Wanda Cockshell. Thanks for being here. The chosen one. You better tell them. Cheryl Williams, good morning. Be Wiser is here. Mother Top Flight Mod Truth is in the building. Hey. Adrian Wiley is here. Andrea Wiggins is here. I'm sorry. Sharisa Hurst is here. Good morning. Diana Flute is here. Good morning. Good morning, Jones Lynn. Good morning, C. Lewis. Good morning, Cynthia Jacobs. Good morning. I see y'all coming in. Y'all don't forget to tap on my like, please. Marilyn Blanco is in the building. All right, Audrey Williams, I see you. Jamelia is here. And everybody coming in. All right, we got to get started, guys, because I got to get this show on the road, okay? Can't be on here too long because I got to get going. All right, so let's get into our first topic. We don't really have too much politics, but we do have some. Well, I have one topic. I guess you can call it that. But let's go ahead and get into it, okay? We're going to be breezing through this morning, so y'all bear with me, okay? Of course, everything said is alleged and fair use, okay? Shout out to Neighborhood Talk. 15-year-old is charged with an adult, charged as an adult after allegedly powering a Georgia Uber driver in the back. This says, and dumping his body in the road and stealing the car on New Year's Day. What's wrong with these kids, y'all? Let's get into
the first question that I have is, how does he have a gun? Or was it his gun?
That's the question on the mind of some neighbors who live near a 15-year-old boy accused of murdering an Uber driver.
It makes you realize you don't know who's next to you.
This Ring video shows the SUV that belonged to 58-year-old Cesar Tejada just before the murder. Police say 15-year-old Christian Simmons requested the Uber ride from his home in Lilburn to Groveland Parkway in Lawrenceville at around 4 Thursday morning. It's there where Simmons allegedly shot Tejada in the back and left his body in the road, according to an arrest warrant.
It's a senseless act.
Lawrenceville police detectives tracked Tejada's stolen SUV using flock cameras. The technology led them back to where the Uber ride began on Rangewood Drive in Lilburn. Officers staked out Simmons' home Thursday afternoon.
The suspect exited the home, began walking down the road, and we were able to take the suspect into custody.
There are still details that are not public while the investigation continues, including how Simmons may have gotten the gun.
I'd rather not release that information at this moment.
Simmons is charged as an adult with murder, but no booking photo has been released because of his age. Those who live next to him say their thoughts are with the victim.
Well, my condolences. I mean, first day of the year, and this is what happened. The first question that I have is, how does he have a gun?
This is very sad. 15-year-olds out here jacking Uber drivers and unaliving them in order to steal their cars. You got to be careful. For those of you that drive for Uber or Lyft, be careful. Be careful. If somebody looks suspicious, probably in that route, don't even take them. Okay? Don't even take them if it looks like they're on some mess. You have a lot of crazy people out here nowadays. It's just ordering Uber rides that really don't need an Uber ride. They're just looking to rob someone or carjack them. We hear it all the time. So be careful. If you're taking someone somewhere and it looks suspicious, the route that you're taking, in that route, and probably go ahead and call or alert the police so that they can be en route in terms of where you are, because people are nuts. I told you guys how we have some people posing as Uber and Lyft drivers that hang out at the airport in order to take women places and are wording them as well. So be careful. Be careful. All right. So this young man will be charged as an adult for this crime. All right. So I told you guys about a potential war. World War III, is they're saying that we may be experiencing if Trump does not release this Venezuelan president that I told you guys he captured, in addition to the Venezuelan wife as well, the president's wife in Venezuela. So he is getting a lot of kickback and pushback from other presidents in other countries. Colombia's president, Gustavo Petro, has a message to Trump. He says, "Come get me. I'm waiting for you here." I said, "Oh, shit. This is some gangster shit right here." Shout out to Hot 97 on this. Colombia's president is upset, and he has a message directed to Trump. Let's hear it.
Don't threaten me. I'll wait for you here if you want. I don't accept invasions. I don't accept missiles. I don't accept assassinations. I accept intelligence. Come here to talk with intelligence, and we will receive you, and we'll talk as equals and with real numbers, not with lies. Stop being fooled by the political mafias. Colombian, because they condemned us to 700,000 deaths, to being the most unequal country in the world, to don't threaten me. I'll wait for you here if you want. I don't accept invasions. I don't accept missiles. I don't accept assassinations. I accept intelligence. Come here to talk with intelligence, and we will receive you, and we'll talk as equals and with real numbers, not with lies. Stop being fooled by the political mafias. Colombian, because they condemned us to 700,000 deaths, to being the most unequal country in the world, to don't threaten.
You hear that? Don't threaten me. Come get me. That means I ain't scared of you, nigga. That's what he's saying to you, Trump. See how you done stirred up this shit? You done ran up over there and snatched that man and his wife up out of their country over there in Venezuela, put them in a U.S. prison, and took over their oil over there in Venezuela. Now you got China and Tokyo upset. You got Russia getting in the mess. Like, that's not good for us. And they're telling you to release this man immediately, or they about to get in on this shit. And that's going to invoke a World War III war that we ain't ready for. Definitely not against Tokyo and China. Like, we really don't want it with them. And let's not even think about Russia. Like, this shit here is getting out of control. Trump, you might want to comply, because we ain't got time for this shit, okay? If you don't comply, the missiles will fly, okay? But let's move on, child. He sound like this man, his Colombian president sound like he gangster. He gangster about his shit. He like, ain't nobody scared of you. All right, y'all ain't about to come up over here taking over shit. Okay, I know that right. Let's move along. Thanks for being here, Tiffany. I see you in the chat. Thanks for being here. I'm moving right along, child. Said F that. Let's get into it. We're gonna get into some reality TV talk right quick. Y'all know I gotta chop my show. We can't be here as long as I usually be, so we gotta get our news in and get out of here, girl, so we can get this money. All right, so shout out to First Class Quotes. Said the Candy Burst and Latasha Scott's riff traces back to vocals, money, and control. You guys know that these two do not get along. All right. Candy, they're saying, is one of the reasons why Tasha Scott is not allowed to come back into the group. She's done a lot, said a lot, and the way that she's acted towards the other girls. Candy, you know, they're saying is really kind of like the founder of the group, she and Tiny. But Latasha Scott has been the problematic one, and there's been a lot of tension. So she has decided to step back from the group, and they don't want her back because of all the things that she's done, in addition to stealing money from her sister, which you guys know. But let's read up, y'all. Now, they said the tensions between Candy Burst and Latasha Scott have resurfaced as long-standing issue with Escape continue to be discussed publicly. Y'all do know Latasha Scott was talking about suing because she said that she owns certain rights to the group, and she wants that since they don't want her back. So it says that over the years, both women have pointed to disagreements involving lead vocals, group decisions, and financial transparency. It says that Latasha has claimed that she felt sidelined and blamed Candy for influencing group dynamics, while Candy has pushed back, citing unresolved concerns over royalties and alleging that Latasha's husband and manager, Rocky Bivens, played a central role in the conflict. I believe that. We saw that play out on the show as well. Now, the fallout has reportedly affected touring plans and the group's ability to move forward collectively. Latasha Scott is behind the scenes suing Escape. Okay, the remaining members, which is Tiny, her sister, what's the child name? Anyway, her sister and Candy. Okay. And she feels like she's due some money, which she is kind of in the group. She was a part of the group as well. Tamika, that's her name, Tamika. Tamika Scott, which is also Latasha Scott's sister. So yeah, so Latasha is looking to sue the group. She has already launched a lawsuit against them to sue them because she feels she's due certain royalties and certain rights to the group. She always keep up some shit. I see why they don't want her back. What do y'all think about that? She and Kandi will never be friends. I feel like because her husband, when I say her husband, I mean Latasha Scott's husband, initially wanted Kandi first, and Kandi turned him down. So Latasha Scott was always a second pick in terms of her husband and in his choice in terms of what he wanted. He went for Kandi first, and Kandi wasn't interested in him. So then he went after Latasha, and she took the bait. All right. But she will always see herself as second best when it comes to Kandi, and she blames Kandi, and she will never be friends with Kandi. And I kind of get that. If your husband that you are married to, and they've been married for a while, but he's cheated on her, and we've talked about different side chicks coming forward to talk about being with her husband as well. But she blames Kandi for everything. But I feel like she will always have this vitriol towards Kandi because of her husband's choice of wanting Kandi first. And the only reason he chose Latasha is because Kandi didn't want him. That's kind of how it looks, right? But let's get into this. Cynthia Bailey had something to say about Kandi and Todd's divorce. Let's get into it.
Have filed for divorce. That is one marriage that I saw from the beginning to where it is now. And I thought they always did a great job of incorporating their real authentic life, giving.
And their kids, everything.
You know, bringing the family, bringing the aunts, bringing everyone, the friends. They really gave to the show in every way. And, you know, for whatever reason, it didn't end up working out. But they had a hell of a run to be a part of a show, and they met on the show.
Yeah,
so
I mean, to your point, already with like the legal proceedings around this in terms of like prenup and stuff, which is, you know, who knows what Bronwyn's going to have to deal with. They have that on a scene of Kandi and Todd, where Todd won't sign the prenuptial agreement and Kandi won't go through with the wedding. They have that scene on film. That could be admitted to any court proceeding, which is amazing. Right. And the other thing I wonder, because Candy's killing it on Broadway right now, and she's killing it in life in general. And if you didn't,
I'm gonna go see her in January.
Oh my gosh, I would love to have seen her, but I got to see her Housewives speech at BravoCon, and I thought it was just this beautiful, gorgeous speech that really inspired you in a weird way. And I'll never be a housewife, but it inspired me. And it did. But I do wonder how thankful she is that she's not on Real Housewives of Atlanta right now.
Yeah, because that would have to be her storyline, probably. This mess between she and Todd. But Cynthia, I think you need to focus on why you can't stay married, sis, okay? And I'm going to give it to her. Kandi and Todd, they have always been able to hide all of the stuff going on behind the scenes in their marriage in terms of them not, because I don't think we all knew that all this shit was going on until Kandi came forward to say, hey, you know, that she didn't want to be married anymore and that she wanted to get a divorce because Todd was cheating and all this other stuff. I think from the outside looking in, we kind of knew that their marriage wasn't perfect because there's no perfect marriage, but I don't think anybody knew that things were that bad to where they were getting the divorce. So I just, because Kandi was always the type where she was just like Team Todd, you know, regardless of whatever. Hell, she was telling her mama to kind of stand down and allow her to have her relationship and her marriage with Todd. So I don't think anybody really saw the divorce part of it coming, but nevertheless, it is what it is. What do y'all think? Sound off, honey. Let's keep going. While we're talking about Kandi and Todd, shout out to their son, who is celebrating their son. What's your name? Ace. Yeah, Ace is celebrating his 10th birthday, and as you guys can see, all of them are there. So shout out to them for doing the family thing. I love that, how they're able to put their differences aside, even though it said that they were going through divorce. And most recently, I did see where it was said that they are going to try again in terms of their relationship. I love that if that's what they're trying to do. But again, collectively, they always try to come together for their kids and put on a smiley face and do what they need to do. And I love that. So let's get into it. Shout out to Ace, 10 years old. That's amazing, right? That's the child that Kandi did carry. She did carry him. And she was having some issues in her pregnancy while she carried him. Hence the reason she decided to go and have a surrogate for her next child, which is their daughter Blaze. But Ace has turned 10 years old, you guys. So shout out to him and happy birthday to Ace. Let's go. Okay. I love you. Okay, so that's them coming together. So again, happy birthday to Ace. These kids grow up so fast. When you see them on TV, you be like, oh my God, I thought that it was still like small. But you know, if you follow these people on social media, you get to see their kids growing up, because Candy and Todd, they share pictures and videos of their kids all the time. So shout out to them for doing their big one. All right, so while we're in reality TV, let's get into Giselle speaking up on how she felt about Jamal Bryant's wife's dress. That's your twin, girl. Your ex-husband got a type, because he left you and went out and found a woman who looks very similar to you. But Giselle has something to say about everyone saying something about this damn dress. So let's get into that. Let's go.
You don't want to talk about it, I'm talking about it. I don't see nothing wrong with Jamal's wife's dress. Did you see the all the discourse online?
Yes.
I don't see anything wrong with that dress.
It was fine. It was fine.
Yes.
Yeah. But this is the thing. You know, people gonna have their commentary one way or the other. And you would think you would not feed into the commentary, Pastor.
That part.
So her dress was fine, but like, and people gonna have, say whatever they want to say. Let's just not feed into it. That's all.
Yeah. That part.
Yeah. Because that's when you make it unnecessarily bigger than it is.
Yeah, you bring more attention to it for sure.
Yeah.
But I also think, I don't know, I'm just like, it was an unnecessary discussion, period. Yeah, so just leave it alone. But it was made a moment for sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe like use a different platform for that. Like, I don't know that Sunday service is the place to talk about.
Agreed. And
dress.
I'm not going to tell him when and where to say whatever he has to say. Yeah. But maybe it was a Bible study moment, right? Not on Sunday. Let's Sunday for the word of the Lord.
Yes. Because I didn't see the connection to the word of the Lord. Sometimes it's like, I know you don't want to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it.
Robin, I don't ever agree with Robin, but in this moment I do. Thank you, Robin, for being, because she and Giselle are really good friends. So I'm happy that she's able to be as transparent as she is and able to speak her truth and not feeling like she's walking on eggshells, telling the truth about this situation with Jamal. I said the same thing. That pulpit was not the place to speak on that dress and to be trying to read people and clap back at people about no damn dress. People come to church on Sunday to hear about the Lord. Okay, and not you reading people down and being inappropriate in your sermons, and that's exactly what that was. Giselle, I feel like you've been a little bit, you didn't want to agree, because I feel like you might be still getting some money from Jamal, and you didn't want to fuck up your relationship by not agreeing. Because anytime you don't agree with Jamal, you already know what that is. All right. So you want to be in a good space with him. So now the dress is fine. You know good and damn well that the dress was not fine, in terms of her being a first lady and the appearance that it gave. So stop it, Giselle. You can definitely speak your truth. And if Jamal don't agree with that, I mean, he may cut your money off or something like that, or you might be still getting a little peen on the side. I don't know, because you know how he roll. But anyway, girl, Giselle, thank you, Robin, for speaking the truth. But Giselle, stop your bullshit, okay? Shout out to Real Housewives from a housewife on that. Giselle, you sitting up there lying your ass off. All right, let's get into some Christian Keys news, all right? He's calling out Tyler Perry. We're going to get into it, child. Now, I told y'all when he went live that time and had that long live where he was doing the subliminal, he didn't really want to say the name of the celebrity who was inappropriate with him, asking him to strip naked and then tried to buy him an expensive car as a I'm sorry gift and please don't tell and don't all that type shit. I feel like it was Tyler Perry, okay? But he is calling out Tyler Perry here. So Christian Keys calls out Tyler Perry as corny after being removed from the credits on All the Queen's Men and adding the RAPE and the deal to the dough to the storyline. So I feel like Tyler Perry is upset because Christian Keys spoke his truth about what he feels happened to him and what he experienced from this huge Hollywood star, this millionaire, billionaire person who was inappropriate with him. I feel like this is a retaliation by Tyler Perry in terms of Christian Keys, because he's upset that he spoke his truth and turned down his gift. And then Christian Keys also came forward to say that he had a recording device and that he recorded the whole thing and that he hoped that this person tried to lie about it or challenge him on it, or he was going to display his proof of what he felt happened on that very day. So let's go ahead and get into what Christian Keys had to say. Shout out to Live Bites on this.
Season 3 is when all the Queens men got weird and dudes started getting raped with dildos and all that weird shit. I'm not mad about not being there no more. Because, I mean, the studio tried to steal my Created by credit. So, like, they posted, even this week, you know, end of the year, la-da-da-da-da, and you post my show like that's y'all show. It's you putting the show out there, but you're also the same studio, Tyler Perry Studios, that removed my Created by credit, and I had to call a union to have them force TPS to put it back on there.
So you see how Tyler Perry is giving so much pushback, and I feel like this is all retaliatory because Christian Keys spoke out on what happened to him in the inappropriate manner in that it happened. But let's continue.
So I'm not sad that my show isn't there anymore. After season 5, it won't be there anymore. And I won't have to deal with that shady, corny kind of leadership over there that would dare. Why try to? You got 16, 17 shows. I got 1. Let me have credit. My contract says I get credit. Why your corny ass trying to steal my credit? Because you can't write like me. Season 3 is when I wrote the book and I wrote the show. I wrote the pilot. I created the show. I wrote the first season. It was originally, All the Queen's Men was originally 8 episodes, 8 half-an-hour episodes. And unbeknownst to me, Boss Man went in there and added 10 or 15 minutes to each episode, writing-wise, and then wrote the 10th episode himself. And
sounds like Tyler is he's flexing his authority in Hollywood in order to cut something and trying to make it sound like it's a business decision when really it's personal. That's what it sounds like. But continue.
I wasn't worried right away, even though I should have been a part of that. I should have been allowed to do that because I was the writer's room for season 1. So I wrote the whole season. But as soon as he popped in, and now it's 10 one-hour episodes, and he started writing on it. So then season 2, season 3, he just showed up and said, hey, here's the next 20 episodes, and here's the next 16 after that. I didn't get a chance to contribute. So that's when it got real weird. Yeah, he was like, oh, this is the hottest thing over here. Ain't nobody checking on that show. Ain't nobody worried about that show. Ain't nobody this, that, and the other. I got to put my name on something that ain't mine. And season 2 and season 3 is when All the Queen's Men got weird and dudes started getting raped with dildos and all that weird shit. Nobody want to see that shit. Put that on your show. That's why I'm glad my show ain't there no more. Put that on Oval or Bruh or Sisters or whatever. Put that bullshit on your show. I'm glad because I don't have to deal with that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you completely change the integrity of a creation. Here ain't nobody checking on that show. Ain't nobody worried about that.
So shout out to him for speaking out. He called Tyler Perry corny. He's your corny ass. That's very unfortunate because he is, you know, like, I ain't gonna say up and coming because I think he's good in his own right. I did watch maybe a couple episodes of All the Queen Men. Good show. Probably just to be looking at Christian Keys because I do think he's fine. Okay, pardon me, child. Pardon me. But I do have eyes. Yes, I'm married, but I still have eyes. I do think he's fine, and so did Tyler Perry because he tried him allegedly, and he got turned down because Christian Keys was like, "Fuck out of here. I like women, not men." Okay, and I think he said even if he was interested in men, Tyler Perry is not his type. Okay, but Tyler Perry, as I told you guys, has a type. He like bearded, light-skinned, fine men, as the one we see on our screen right now, Christian Keys, and he was not coming, you know, going, you know, taking that shit from Tyler Perry, and I think it angered him. Okay, maybe Tyler Perry has this rejection thing. When he's rejected, and he retaliates. You have some men that are that way, or just people, period. Everybody can't take rejection. And when they're rejected, it causes them to be angry and retaliate. So maybe that's what this is, this situation between Christian Keys and Tyler Perry. But again, I'm not sure why he's trying to stop his bag and stop him from getting his, you know, his shout outs and his everything he should be getting in terms of this show, because it was a good show. All right. So, but Tyler Perry, get your shit together. While we're talking about Tyler Perry, yeah, I'm gonna skip it because that's kind of in conjunction to that. All right, let's get into this next topic. Yeah, y'all, we gotta keep it moving. Okay, gotta keep it moving. All So shout out to Next Chapter Podcast. You guys know TD Jakes, Bishop Strongbottom stepped down from being a pastor to now being a podcaster where he want to sit and interview everybody. Okay. Well, did the Lord tell you to do that? I don't know. But so he sat down with Cam Newton. All right. The same person who Jamal Bryant said had some nice, sexy legs. All right. I told y'all yesterday. So Cam Newton reveals that he has 6 sons and 3 daughters. Let's get into this right here.
Look at your life and you look at your commitment to familyhood. You were talking about your sons and all that. You have how many?
I have 6 sons, 3 daughters.
6 sons and 3 daughters. Okay. Yeah. Wow. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot.
He was taking a bag.
By different women, and he ain't trying to get married. This nigga just dropping off seeds, dropping off seeds, dropping off seeds. Now, let's just pause right quick. Because in the real world, if he did not have the amount of money that he had, this would not be accepted. He would be frowned upon. This situation would be frowned upon because this is not a normal situation for you to just keep impregnating women and not wanting to make a commitment. Now, not saying that everyone has to be married, but to have a baby over here, then have a baby over here, then have a baby over here. You're just steady impregnating women, which shows you, one, not using protection because, hey, hello, you have 9 children by different women. So you are populating the hood, so to speak. None of these women, I'm sure, live in the hood, but you're populating the hood and you're not making commitments. So you're making single mothers without commitments. That's not okay. That's not okay. Granted, hey, I'm pretty sure you are financially taking care of them, but emotionally, physically, you're not there for all 9 of them when they need you. It's impossible. Just kind of like same way with Nick Cannon. He's financially providing, but it's impossible to emotionally be there for all 9 kids when they need you. Sons, especially sons, okay? Especially sons. He says, you have 6 sons, you definitely got to be in your son's ear. You definitely got to be there for your sons on a day-to-day basis to teach them. You got younger ones, it looks like here, how to use the bathroom, how men are supposed to think. Just things, conversations that men have with their boys. Like, I feel like with him being a busy man who also works, he runs a podcast, etc., etc., it's impossible for you to emotionally be available to all of these children. So what is the end goal? Are you still trying to have more kids? I think one of his other girlfriends had just had another child, if she hasn't had it yet. I did see that she's pregnant though. So let's continue. This is sad.
Whoa. Yeah, you didn't completely obey the scriptures. When you look at your life and you look at your,
I just don't see it being okay. But a lot of times people will let's look at this one because I wanted to show this one too. He did a complete interview. If you guys want to see the whole interview, you can. I just pulled clips that I thought would be deemable for the show. Let's go ahead and get into
would it have been
this. Talks about fear of divorce, desire for marriage. Let's get into this.
Easier to find companionship
without money?
Come on here. Well, you took it right out of my mouth. When you were broker, were you more sure that they were into you for you?
Yes.
It's part of the problem and the reluctance coming from the fact that now you can never be sure the why, behind whether they are with you for a payday.
Yes.
Or whether they're with you for the prestige or the rooms they get to go into.
Now, TD Jakes, you being a pastor, even though you stepped down, biblically, when is it okay for you, or when do you jump in and correct this young man sitting in front of you to let him know that having children by multiple women is not okay? See, I feel like TD Jakes is trying to be accepted now that he stepped down because he wants to run this podcast. He wants to be accepted by different celebrities so that he can fit in. So you choose not to ask the right questions and you choose not to hold certain people accountable because you want to be a part of. And that's not okay. It's not okay for Cam Newton to impregnate all of these women, multiple to be exact, and make them single mothers. This is something that you preached about or preached against, TD Jakes, when you were in full capacity as a pastor. But now that you become a podcaster, do those same religious quotes and those same things that you held people accountable for, are those still valid right now, or are they invalid because you chose to step down? That's my question. Let's continue.
And you have to go back in your mind and wonder what's the real reason.
And this is the thing, Bishop. you won't find out until it's too late.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when a person questions my marital thoughts,
right,
it's not that I have an issue with marriage. I've been in the situation to understand this. My desire of marriage is not greater than my fear of divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I come into a situation and I start to say like, yo, I'm just this, church going individual and marriage is supposed to be here. Then I go into a situation where people in my locker room are married on Sundays, but on Fridays they sing. Hold on, bro. What y'all say y'all at?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna meet you. Like, hold on. But that's not just the whole thing.
Would it have been easy?
But you don't base your marriage on someone else and what they do in their marriage, okay? You go into it saying, I'm going to be faithful to the person that I take vows to, and I'm going to be the man in this situation, and I'm going to treat my wife and my significant other like a queen or king going into whatever, if you're the female in the situation or if you're the male. You go into it with great intentions and hoping for a good outcome in your marriage and looking at somebody else and how they do. Nobody has the perfect marriage, as I said before, but you go into it with great intentions. And of course you go into it allowing God to lead, and you allow your husband to be the head of, but if he's not displaying great leadership, then that's going to be a problem. It's going to already derail if you guys are not on the same playing field. But at the end of the day, Cam Newton, you're going into this thing thinking that you can have her, and that's just not how it is supposed to be biblically or any other way. It's just not cool. And I'm shocked that TD Jakes will sit up here and not hold this man accountable in terms of telling him like that is not okay. Even when he said, I have 6 sons and 3 daughters, you already know this man have kids by multiple women. You didn't even scratch the surface of asking him the question in terms of why. Why do you feel the need to impregnate so many women and populate the hood in that way to leave women as single mothers? Because that's what you're doing. Single mothers. Sarita, which is TD Jakes' wife, was a single mother when he met her. She had children, and he came in the door and adopted those kids, and he became fathers to those children so that she would not be a single mother. So if you felt that it was deemable for you to come in and make another Black woman a wife and take on her children that she had so that she would not be a single mother, and you sit across from a man who's continuously making single mothers, why would you not address that? Because you saw that it was not right whenever she went through it. So to see that there may or possibly be 9 single mothers sitting out here, and the person that's sitting across from you is creating this issue, you're not addressing it. Why? Not because you don't see that it's wrong. It's because more so you are putting biblical things on the back burner, what you deem as biblical on the back burner. So now you've completely stepped back from what you know is right from biblical standpoints. In terms of being accepted, that's what it's given. So what God says don't matter, more so of being accepted. That's why you at the Diddy parties. You knew that was not right for you to be in there with people on drugs and being R-worded and secular music and all the things that were going on in the Diddy parties. Why would you be there? Because you're supposed to separate yourself from those things because of the position that you chose, but you wanted to be accepted. And a lot of times people will take acceptance over what's right. And that's what I see with TD Jakes. He saw people getting ready to close on him in terms of the things that he was being a part of. And I think that you gave up your right to be who you were called to be because you chose acceptance over what God chose you to be. That's exactly what it is. So now you want to be a podcaster? You want to be a blogger? Versus bringing people to Christ, which is initially what you said God asked you to do. So why are you stepping down? So you used this fake, and I'm gonna say fake, because you appear to be okay. That shit he was doing right here, like he was about to start crunk dancing up on stage when they said he was having this medical condition. It looked rehearsed. It looked like, now that I'm looking at it from the outside looking in, and I don't want to stay on this too long, to me it gave that you use that as an excuse to step down, like you're having this medical condition and that you're not well enough to continue pastoring. You're well enough to run a podcast. You're well enough to sit across from people and not hold them accountable. You're well enough to do so. If you are having all these medical conditions, take your ass home, sit in your favorite recliner, watch Maury Povich, and leave the shit alone. I feel like you stepped down because you knew, and conveniently, it's when they got Diddy's ass. Conveniently, when they got on Diddy's ass, when the trial and all of this shit came about, that's when you said that you were having this damn stroke where you sitting up there on this shit here. Like you about to start crump dancing. I said, uh-oh, somebody better pull the cardboard out. He about to do a nice mean head spin up there on the pulpit. On this shit here. Oh, that shit. Okay, I'm like, hold on. Let me find out Bishop about to start crump dancing in here. Nigga about to go put his Adidas on and do a nice piece up here, a nice little head spin. But you are well. Now, that's just a few months ago, right? Oh, that was some quick. I mean, I know the Lord can do anything, and I'm not questioning that. But that's some quick healing. I know a few people that had strokes and whatever it is that you said you having. You was up here drooling and everything. That shit looked like it was, I'm just saying, it looked like it was rehearsed. So yeah, just a few months ago, you were in the hospital on life support, but now you up here running a podcast talking to Cam Newton. So it's kind of like, so if you don't hold him accountable, so it's almost, to me, and the way I'm looking at it, it's like you applauding this behavior because a nigga got money. So it make it okay that he can impregnate and have 9 baby mamas and multiple children out here because he's a millionaire? Versus Junebug in the hood just out here running up and through Shaniqua and all these other females out here making babies. Y'all will preach against that shit and call it wrong and ghetto. But then when Cam Newton do it because he got millions, the shit is okay. I absolutely digress. Moving right along. We're not gonna dress that shit up and put a bow on it and make it look great because a nigga got some money. Thank you for having money and taking care of your kids on the financial level, but the shit is morally wrong. Okay. It's wrong. And I'm shocked that TD Jakes would sit there with his plump ass and do that. I'm very shocked. Hold on. Get my Virginia Slim. All right, yeah. Moving right along. Let's get into this next topic. So you guys remember we talked about Krishan Rock getting jumped and some girls down in, I want to say she was in Baltimore or somewhere. Not Baltimore. I forget where she was. Anyway, it don't matter. She got the shit slapped out of her. And we played the video here. The girls that jumped her, they went like the gang or something. But it appears that they have gotten into some type of accident, I hear. So it said that one of the women involved in the alleged jumping of Krishan Rock in Compton, that's where it was, Compton, was rushed to the hospital after a near fatal crash, you guys. Reports say that one suffered a fractured spine. Some people were saying that they feel that Krishan could have put some voodoo or something on her. I don't know if she know voodoo, okay? I don't know. But let's get into it, y'all. I was like, oh no.
We just crashed. Calm down. We flipped over. Help me. Wait. Help me. Wait, calm down. Don't panic, Keith. I just want to get out. Panic. I'm not. Please. I've done access. Please, okay. Jesus. Help me, please. Y'all pray for us, please.
We all alive, but I can't move my left leg and my hip. And they're waiting on my results on my spine and my neck. And
we just crashed.
So these girls have appeared to have gotten into a very, very bad accident. The girl here in the video said that the car flipped over. So they sustained some very serious injuries. But damn. So according to online reports, one of the women allegedly involved in the Compton altercation connected to Krishan Rock was rushed to the hospital following a near fatal car crash. Now, sources claim at least one person involved in the accident suffered a fractured spine. So I hope this person will be like in a wheelchair or a whole vegetable behind this. That's sad. Even though I do not agree with these girls out here fighting like alley cats, at the end of the day, sometimes karma will spin the block. You shouldn't have slapped the girl. But then again, the other girl did grab Krishan's phone. Well, Krishan did grab her phone, which did provoke her to slap her. So both of them were wrong. Okay. Both of them were wrong. Krishan, that shouldn't have been out there in unknown territory because not everybody like you and not everybody will receive you in that way. But prayers up for these girls nevertheless. I don't want to see nobody going through that type of situation, whether you slap somebody or not. Okay. So just the update on that. Moving on. All right, another topic, honey. Let's get into it. Y'all tell me. I know y'all gonna sound off on this. I know y'all gonna eat this one up. Let's get into it. All right. So a woman who says that she at the time did not mind being a side chick and dating married men because at the time it got her bills paid. So she lowered her standards in order to pay her bills. We have a lot of women out here doing that. I ain't frowning upon no one. We have a lot of women out here messing with men who are married because they throwing you a nice little coin, light bill paid, gas paid, your mortgage or your rent is paid. Kids got on the nice, J's. You out here looking good, nails done, everything, nails done, feet done, everything done. All the things are the things, your hair and everything is, laid high, like they say, fried and laid to the side. You good out here, but you messing with a married man. That's not right. Right. Let's get into what this woman here has to say. She says, sis says that she used to date married men, but eventually grew out of it. Can you grow out of that? Do you grow out of that? I didn't know you could grow out of it. Says that, can you relate to this? Let's get into what she had to say. Shout out to women of culture. Okay. Welcome to the culture, rather.
I've been the side chick for married men for a long time. So I have a chapter in here called, Do Married Men Really Treat You Better? There was a moment in my life where if it was bills, if it was helping me through college, if it was my birthday and holidays, those are the men that showed up in my life. And I definitely outgrown that now. I'm 35. I'm not looking to be anybody's side chick, but it leans into just a lot of me realizing the lack of worth that I had for myself, the lack of respect I had for myself. And unfortunately, I was like a slave to the dollar. But like, how else are these bills getting paid? Like, I bartended, I worked, I did multiple jobs all the time. But yeah, it was always like, okay, well, if I could spend your money. And to me, if you're a married man, this ain't about love. So you want something out of me, I want something out of you. And it was like those types of conversations that I was having in my my late teens, early 20s, that kind of shaped the way I view relationships even today.
It's all well and good until you, like you said, grew out of it, till you grow up and realize, oh, I'm ready to settle down and get married. And then somebody tap in and do the same shit to you that you were doing to somebody else. That shit don't feel good. I never desired to be with a married man. Hell no. Matter of fact, I don't like to share. I told you, I don't even like to share my damn food. So sharing a man is definitely not something that I wanted to do. If a nigga can't bring you to his house, he got a situation going on. I keep telling y'all, if a man never want to bring you around his family or bring you to his house, anytime you meet up with him, it's got to be somewhere outside. 9 times out of 10, he probably has someone else. But you have a lot of women that have this mentality to where they put their morals and standards on the back burner and say, I don't give a fuck if he's married. He's taking me out to eat. He's taking me on vacations. He's doing all of these things, but he can't lay next to you all night. You know why? Because at a certain time, when the clock strikes 8 o'clock, he got to have his ass in that house laying beside the real wife. Okay. So you got a lot of women out here like to play wifey, and they don't mind. Okay, they'll take any type of time that he give them, and any amount of money that he count out to them. Okay, and she said, "Well, I really don't care. When I look around, my lights are on. I'm staying in a nice neighborhood. My car note is paid. They don't care." And you get comfortable with that lifestyle and feeling like you have to share a man versus finding one of your own. But again, once you settle down with someone and get into an exclusive relationship, and another woman come around, because this little thing called karma, it's gonna happen. I promise you. As soon as you settle down and you fall in love and you meet someone that you want to be with for the rest of your life, some other woman is going to come in. Because let me tell you something, just because a person is married don't mean they're blind. Okay, you create your own karma. That goes for anyone, men as well. You create your own karma. If you're running around here stepping out with other people when you've taken a vow to be with someone else, because marriage is supposed to be sacred. Again, no, you're not blind. And yes, you have certain needs. And it's going to always be another bad bitch out there. But you have to realize what you have at home. All right. You have to realize, and women too, and we talk about this all the time, you have to start out how you hold out. All right. Don't be walking around with the tight ass pencil skirt on with, with the booty cheeks and all that showing, slim waist and all that, hair done, nails done, everything done, makeup laid, while you're dating, when you're trying to attract his attention. And then once you get married, all that shit go out the window. That's what he likes, because that's why he chose you. So don't throw those things away, because then he starts seeking out for that same thing. Right. Still dress up, still do those things. Don't feel like, oh, I got him now, I don't have to do that. You absolutely have to do that. You absolutely have to do that. If you started out wearing lingerie and you wanted to be sexy for your man, you still need to do those things and keep buying the lingerie, because obviously that is what your man likes. Just because he married you don't mean that his taste and or desire went away. Bitch, if I like cheesecake when we were dating, I love that shit when you marry me. Okay? I love it, especially the back crust part. We already know women, right? That back crust part, that's the best part, right? That's the best part. So don't tell me, oh, we're not going to have cheesecake anymore because I got you now. The fuck we're not. We're, matter of fact, bite the entire, when we go to Cheesecake Factory, I don't want a slice. Matter of fact, get the whole piece, because I might want another piece tomorrow, because I'm about to fuck this piece up today. Tomorrow, I might want another piece. So let's don't try to dictate and switch shit up because you feel like you got me. And yeah, so it's going to always be some type of competition. It's going to always be another woman out there that's going to switch and move just a little different than you, that's going to catch your nigga eye. But at the end of the day, you got to always remind his ass of what he's got at home. How do you do that? By continuing to do what you did to get him. And bitches like this on my screen can't infiltrate and come in and switch up shit. Your man will look at her and be like, yeah, you look good, but bitch, what I got at home, fuck out of here. All right, let's continue.
Today. So that make you like, man, I can't really.
I mean, to me, it's made. I've been the side chick for married men for a long time. So I have a chapter in here called Do Married Men? Maybe why I lean into ethical non-monogamy. I don't believe in monogamy. I think that traditional way of thinking is unrealistic.
Okay.
Do you believe in diseases, though? You don't believe in monogamy, but you believe in diseases? Because that's what that brings. That's what it brings. You don't want to be monogamous. You don't want to be monogamous. So you want to dick hop. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to be raw because the kids are in school today. So you rather dick hop and get bumps everywhere to fill a void. It sounds like you need some type of therapy, sis, okay? I don't know what your childhood looked like. Maybe your father was not in your life. Maybe something happened. There's a leak in the building somewhere, because your mentality in terms of how you view relationship and how you view how men treat you, it gives that your father or someone that was supposed to be in your life growing up. It always starts somewhere. Most women that grow up without fathers in their lives, that did not have that father dynamic, because a father is a woman's first love or a girl's first love. All right. And I don't mean in a sexual way. Follow me. Most girls who did not know their fathers or did not have a strong father presence in their life, Mary, most of the time will choose men that should not be in their lives. Okay. A lot of times they will date around because they're seeking what they did not have growing up. They don't know what love is. When you have that strong parental male presence in your life growing up, it teaches you how a man is supposed to treat you. But when you don't have that, when you grow up and you get into the dating phase and you get into trying to find a man, that's why you jump from person to person, because you're like, oh, they don't have it here. Let me go right here. Oh, yeah, they don't have it here. Let me go right here. Yeah, they don't have it. This was fun, but they don't have it. Let me go over here. And you find yourself jumping around to several different men. And before you know it, you done been plowed through, because you're looking for something. You don't know what it is because you don't know how it really supposed to feel. You just know it kind of feels good right here. He made it feel good right here, but then it got boring. You realize that wasn't it, so you had to go right here. And they have the gift of gab to make you feel a certain type of way, but it's not it. Y'all know what it is. It is a small word, IT, but it's very important. Okay, it's very important when it comes to you and who you perceive yourself to be, and the person that you allow yourself to attach. It, that 2-letter word, IT. You can say, "Bitch, I'm it." When you meet a man and he treats you the way that he's supposed to treat you, that's it. IT, right? That means you don't need anything after that. There's no but. There's no well. None of that. It's it. When a person is it, that means you don't need anything else. Let's keep going.
You can love multiple people. When we come into romantic partnerships, we have unrealistic expectations of our partners. So we could have multiple friends. We could have multiple siblings that we love. We love both parents. We love grandparents, uncles, aunts. We're taught to love all of these people. But however, when we get into a romantic relationship, it has to be only this person. The possessiveness of it, it doesn't appear natural to me. Maybe why I lean into ethical now.
That's because you have not waited for that one. You're greedy You're greedy. You have a lot of people out here greedy. Candy birds, you're greedy. If you bring up to your husband who you took vows to, the Bible says one man, one wife, you're greedy. When you invite someone else into your bedroom, that's not biblical. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that a threesome is okay. And if you're with someone where you have to be with multiple people, that's not your one. Again, if you're with someone, whether you took vows with them or not, and they're not able to please you in every aspect of the word, that's not your one, because you should not be seeking out for someone. You're married to someone, but you got to go over here to someone else for communication. You got to go over here for mental stimulation or sex. Like, you should not have to do that. You should be able to find all of that in one. I did it. Several people watching me right now did it. It's what you make it. Relationship is what you make it. We ain't even just talking about marriage, because it starts with the relationship first. Nobody just meet a person and be married. It's called dating, relationship. I don't do situationship. Okay? I know it sounds the same, relationship, situationship. I don't do situationship, because what a nigga ain't gonna do is play with me and my heart and make me feel like I don't deserve to get what I deserve. Like, I'm not sharing. I'm sorry. You're not going to love up on me and give the same bitch the same thing you give me. And I say bitch because that's just how I feel. Yeah, I'm not sharing. Don't tell me the same thing you telling somebody else. I don't respect that. Don't love on me the same way you love someone else. Candy birds? No, ma'am. Candy birds, you're a beautiful woman. You got a lot of money. You deserve better than that. If Todd can't give you all of what you feel you deserve, or maybe you're just too over sexualized. You got to have a woman and a man rubbing up on you. Something wrong there. Something wrong there. And I know a lot of men going to be like, girl, shut up. Don't be saying that. Because any man out here would love to have 2-3 women in the bed. That's their, that's their dream. That's their dream. But you got to think about it in a moral standpoint. The shit is not right. It's something mentally broken with you to feel like you got to have that many hands on you. And you don't give a fuck who's touching you as long as they touching you. That's a problem. Maurice, yeah. You got an sex problem. Let's move along. All right, we ain't gonna stay on too long because we gotta get rolling. Tasha K has found herself in more trouble with Cardi B, and Cardi has given her a warning. Let's get into it. Y'all ready for this? Now, Tasha, you already getting your checks and shit garnished, messing with Cardi B, where she already took your ass to court and she won. You owe her millions. All right, and you had to set up a payment plan and everything. I wouldn't say Cardi. I wouldn't even say anything that sound like. Okay, anything to have that sound, I wouldn't even let it come out my mouth. So you fucking with Cardi again, and Cardi has had to warn your ass, and she said, I got something for you. We all know what that means, right? That can't be good. So Tasha K says that she loves being a dark-skinned Black woman after being called an ugly ass biatch by Cardi B. Ooh, child. Now it says that it's all part of the 100% authenticity. Said that my original face, my original hair and hairline, my original body, I love having a big round nose. That's what Tasha is saying. Okay, that's great. Love yourself, honey. No one is saying anything bad about that. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to that. I'm just saying if was said. All right, so it said that Tasha K hopped on Spaces, okay, to say that she loves her features after Cardi had some choice words for her. Let's get into what you guys.
I would like that. I'm very vulnerable. I love showing my vulnerability. I think it's normal to show vulnerability. So I love getting on live. I ain't gonna say I love getting on live crying, but I love when I fuck up. I love when I'm emotional. I love when I'm happy. I love when I'm sad. Y'all get to see all parts of me. You know what I'm saying? And it's all parts of my 100% authenticity, my original face, my original hair and hairline. Original, and it will always stay like this, my original body. I love being Black. I love being a dark-skinned Black woman.
Do you love being sued too? Because it sounds like you love it. You have a desire to be sued because, oh my God, I would not fuck with Cardi again.
Having a big round nose. I love how it shines when I'm on camera from being drunk. Like, I love all of these. My husband loves to rub noses with me. My kids give me nose rubs. Like, I love everything about that. I'm just saying, if I were like that. I'm very vulnerable, But the fact that your husband is there with you at night, he's upstairs sleep. He was like, Tasha, what happened against it? I said, baby, go to sleep. This has nothing to do with us. Like, baby, just keep working for me. That's all your job is to do. Just keep working for me, working for us. Thank you for having.
He don't have a choice. You owe over several millions of dollars to Cardi B. He doesn't have a choice but to keep working. But carry on.
A vasectomy. So in case he did go out and cheat, there wouldn't be no side babies or anything like that. At least, I don't know that life. You understand what I'm saying? I don't. Like, our kids were planned. You know, like we actually, like, you ready to have it? Yeah, I'm ready to have it. Okay, cool. You know, we're gonna do that. Like, everything in our life is like planned. Like not rebounds, or I'm trying to, you know, or I'm giving
the subliminals.
With a nigga to everything. But the fact that your husband is there with you at night, he's upstairs.
Nah. It's niggas that be upstairs and in your house and still cheating. While you live and on your little podcast, the nigga is texting a legion of hoes while you're making the bag. It happens, girl. Not in my house, but it happens, girl. Okay. If a man want to cheat, they're gonna find a way to do it. Okay. As soon as you turn your head, if you blink too long, okay, if you blink like this, girl, he already got about 10 bitches. If you blink like this, 10 bitches, girl. You gotta be quick with that shit like that. All right. Keep an eye on the nigga. All right. Keep a third eye on him too. But let's continue. Whew. Child. Is that it? Okay. Anyway, let's read. So Tasha K says, witness intimidation charges coming soon. Said that you can't contact an alleged victim on behalf of someone being prosecuted. I said that yesterday as well. Because Cardi B did contact Stefan Diggs' girl that she's suing, his ex-chef, who was also sleeping with him, and she says that he did strangulate her and also abuse her. So she did file a lawsuit against him. Cardi B reached out to this girl and was pretty much trying to detonate the bomb that has already been damn near let off, in terms of telling her, girl, don't file no lawsuit, and girl, don't this, and girl, don't go after, pretty much don't go after him. Okay, she's feeling away. She don't want him being this negative scrutiny in the news about him. She wants to let this go. But no, if he strangled her, yes, bitch, file every single lawsuit that you can file against his ass, or charges. Like, hell yeah. You should not be reaching out to her because it has nothing to do with you. Get the dick and go home. It's not your battle, baby. It's not your battle to fight. If he is out here acting uncouth, putting his hands on women, I get it. You are dating him. He's dating everyone else too. But it's not your fucking business. And make you look like a pick-me of abusive men. That's what it looked like. And I like you, Cardi, but I don't like when women step up and be trying to pipe down another woman when she's trying to speak her truth against a nigga who is out here being abusive. I don't like that shit. Let her speak her truth. Let her tell her story. If she feels the need to file a lawsuit, so be it. So be it. And I said yesterday, when a nigga up and act up and choke your ass out, don't be looking for no sympathy from everybody and online crying, because we know it's going to happen. She stay online. And I like you, Cardi. But don't be on here with an ugly cry because the nigga done snapped off on you. So that's how that shit happened. Y'all good now. Okay? Don't get online with that Usher shit like, we ain't good, but we good. Yeah, now you're not good. You're not good. He abusing your wop now, but he gonna get up there around your neck here soon too.
Be getting away with is not.
Okay. What happened? What happened? Sound like she had something to say. Did I miss something? I don't know.
Motherfucker's been fucking trying me.
Something wrong with audio? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, so what do you guys think? Again, Cardi, I like you. Can't wait to, for your little tour and all that to start. Great for you. I'm happy for you. Your new baby, all of that. Do I think that shit was hella toxic? Yeah, for you to leave a nigga who cheated on you with a legion of hoes only to get with one who's doing the same thing. Don't know what that means for you, but maybe the ping ping, sometimes women can be blinded by the ping ping, but he is giving off abusive vibes. We're hearing too many lawsuits, too many stories about Stefan Diggs out here doing the shit that he's doing, and it's not okay. All right. I don't care if you have 10 babies by him. If the nigga's out here abusive, you're gonna have to acknowledge that, okay? Because pretty soon your time will come. Let's get into more news that I hope you guys can use. All right, we got 2 more topics, then we gotta go. All right, gotta get the show on the road, honey. Gotta get the show on the road. All right, so while we're talking about Tasha K, shout out to her because she did, while all of this stuff is coming out with Papoose and what's the child, Clarissa Shields. My thing is this, Clarissa, if that's your man, you love him, my man, girl. This man owed $300,000 in unpaid IRS tax liens. While you over there at the damn what's the store she was at, child? The Gucci store. Okay, you should have been over there trying to help your man pay off some of these damn IRS tax liens. I mean, Kenya Moore did it, and that got her a ring. I'm trying to help you get a ring, girl. All right, because your man Papoose won't even kiss you in the mouth right now. All right, every time you ask him for a kiss, he go for the cheek, which lets me know that child ain't really there. All right, But at the end of the day, girl, while you're over there spending all of this money trying to flex for the gram, your man is out here. Shout out to Tasha K. She pulled up some shit about Papoose, saying that Papoose, legally known as Willie Mackey, not the legal name, girl, allegedly owes over $300,000 in unpaid IRS tax liens dating back to 2012. Said a record suggests that he has not paid federal taxes in over 12 years. Girl, your man about to go to jail. Scoot over, Peter Thomas, because Papoose is coming to join you. Y'all about to share a bump. All right, Papoose on the top, Peter on the bottom. Ooh, he might like it. He look like a strong bottom sometimes. But anyway, so they said that this is public information on file in New York. Now, everything is alleged, of course, as you guys may know. Let's go ahead and look at these documents because she pulled them. Again, shout out to Tasha K. Y'all see that? Notice a federal tax lien. You don't play with the feds, baby. When I tell you what, Uncle Sam will always get their coin. Now, you know, all you have to do is go down there and call down there and get you a good old payment arrangement, and they will work with you, okay? I think everybody under the sound of my voice is sometime if you make a lot of money, you will owe some money, okay? Shit, I've owed money before, and you get on a payment plan and pay that shit off, all right? Let's go ahead and be transparent this morning. Nobody under the sound of my voice has ever gotten to a point, at some point in time, if you make a lot of money, you will owe some money. All right. That's nothing to be embarrassed about. Millionaires owe money, but it's how you handle that shit. Call them people, say, hey, look, yeah, I know I owe you. Let me go ahead and get on a little plan or whatnot, and let's pay this shit off. Okay, cut back on your spending and focus on paying it off. But when you are avoiding that shit, that's when they come after you. When you just be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, I'm not paying it, and I ain't gonna file. That's the worst thing you can ever do. Look at Lauryn Hill. Look at Wesley Snipes. They went to jail and they are millionaires. All right, Papoose, let me say this. Handle your business, sir. Okay, handle your business. All right, so as you guys can see here, 1040 all the way down, 1231. From 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, and 2017, it appears that he owed money. All right, damn. And the shit done added up. So unpaid balances from $2,649, $10,384, $17,238. All of this was when he was with Remy Ma. So obviously she didn't give a damn. They were married. They're still married, but obviously she didn't give a damn. Okay, I don't know if she be in his business like that in terms of if they filed together. I don't know. Obviously not, because his name is only on these taxes. So it looks like he and Remy may have filed separately. Okay, great for her, because now they can't come after her for the shit. But what is this? $30,000. He owed $30,000 here. Okay, of an unpaid balance of assessment, $30,410. This one here is $116,925 and some cents. So my thing is, Clarissa, you trying to make plans with this man, baby, you need to make sure that all this shit is handled first, because when you attach yourself to him, you also attach yourself to his debt, right? I'm just saying, while you out here, yeah, $8 million. I got $8 million contract. You hopping in the comments every day to fuss at every single comment and somebody to have something to say about your ass. You better know what you're getting into. Again, girl, you are this to the bullshit. You are this to the bullshit. Ray Charles to the bullshit. I keep saying, you down there scrambling eggs, scraping up your pots for a nigga, and he's sitting on this type of debt, and you at the Louis store buying all this debt, $22,000 of Louis V for this nigga. Girl, you should have gave that. You should have counted that money out to him. That's your man, girl. You should be helping him because you got it. I mean, damn, you spent almost $1 million on a damn granny bracelet with green diamonds, and you should have shot him that money on over there and let him pay that shit if y'all gonna build a life. I'm gonna have a son. 2026, I'm gonna have a son for Pat. Girl, you stupid as hell. I wouldn't dare. If you're trying to be with him, help him clear the debt. That's what it's about, okay? Because how you gonna build when he's sitting on this shit here? That's a lot of money. Let's go back. What they say it was? $300,000. I mean, to you, that's nothing. That's you probably spend that, like I said, at the Louis store. Like, girl, go ahead and help him knock that shit out. I don't know what he doing for money, what kind of job. I know he running around talking about he is your manager and all this shit. Like a nigga that always want to jump on being your manager when he get with you, like that's not a good sign. But at the end of the day, yeah, girl, if you're gonna be with him, that's your man, girl. Help him pay off his debt while y'all making plans. Plan this shit first. Let me get y'all and do it in this order. All right. Go ahead and sign the divorce papers to divorce Remy, because Remy said that he's the one holding up the damn divorce. So let's get that out the way. Sign the divorce papers, then take your ass on up over there and start making payment arrangements on these damn liens, because you got $300,000 that you sitting on that you got to pay to Uncle Sam, because they get ready to start garnishing your shit. Okay, yeah. Because you about to be walking around in some kids when they finish with your ass. You in the Jordans today and kids tomorrow. That's what it gives. All right. Yeah. And then next you want to go ahead on and figure out if you want to still be with Clarissa. Because from what I'm seeing, it's given that Papoose has become comfortable. He found another girl with some money who's naive, who don't seem like she's ever had a boyfriend ever in life. So he gonna stay in that situation because the bitch keep dropping all this money and she's out here. I hear that she rented him a Bentley truck and I saw him driving it. See, just stupid. Why would he leave? Why would he leave? Remy said when she called, he come. And she do too. Get into that. All right, so let's move around. Last topic. Okay. The wife said that. I didn't say it. The wife said that. When I call him, he come. And so do I. All right, moving right along. I need a puff on my Virginia Slim, if you will. Bitch, I said, what? Nigga out here buying fur coats and you ain't paid your taxes. Bitch, sit down. Okay. That tell me everything I need to know. Pay your fare. Pay your fare, nigga. All right, so two people are fighting. Child. Everybody fighting. Chris Brown is getting let off on by Kevin McCall, the nigga who abused Eva. Okay. Y'all know who talking about, child. Kevin, I'm sick of you. All right. Now y'all know Kevin McCall is known for writing some really nice hits. He worked with Chris Brown for years. Okay. The song, y'all know the song Deuces. Okay. Okay. You ain't nothing but a vulture. That's my shit. But so Kevin is known for writing a lot of Chris Brown's hits. Y'all excuse me. My nasal spray. All right, but so he is currently calling out Chris Brown because he's mad that Chris don't want to work with him no more, and he is in the dumpster. And no one down there where the wet stuff is too. He's way in the dumpster down there with the wet shit. But so Chris Brown don't want to work with him. His bag has been stopped. He talked about on another podcast where he is on like food stamps and shit like that. So he's mad at the world. Like everyone owes him something. He's mad at Tyrese because Tyrese won't let him stay in one of his empty homes that no one lives in. He was like, yeah, no, fuck out of here. Now I will help you get a spot, but you can't stay in my place, right? But so Kevin McCall is going after Chris Brown, and I'm mad because I like Chris. Okay, I'm team Chris Breezy. Okay, all right. So let's get into what Kevin McCall had to say. He's upset because the industry ain't really fucking with him. He's very talented. Okay, but I think it's his attitude and the fact that he's an abuser. Okay, you are a woman abuser. You beat Eva, and she talked about how you hit her while she was pregnant. So I will forever, ever not like your ass, all right? Because of that. You don't hit no woman when she's pregnant, let alone when she's not. But let's get into what Kevin McCall had to say, because he is calling out Chris Breezy. I know Chris gonna respond because he's a responder, okay? And Chris got hands. So run up on Chris if you want to. Now he'll pop lock and he will pop your ass, okay? Chris will pop your ass. He in court right now. Okay? He in court right now for taking a bottle across somebody's damn noggin. Okay? For getting slick with him. But let's get into it. He pop lock over there and knock your ass out. I ain't gonna have nothing to say. Well, I will, because I got to go live and talk about it. But let's get into it. So Kevin Backhand McCall, we'll call you that. Kevin Backhand McCall takes shots at Chris Brown again. So that means you did this shit already. All right. Says that I'm tired of the passive gay vibes. Oh, Chris is not gay. Said that I'm going to start airing ninjas, okay, tranny stories. Really? Really? What were you doing when the tranny was there? That's the question. That's the real question. So if you were there when said person was with a tranny, were you recording or was your ass tooted up? Are you a strong bottom or top? Like what's really given? Because nigga, you on here, you on live crying and shit like you at a funeral because you got to be on food stamps. Nigga, go shop and eat. Okay? That ain't shit to be embarrassed. But shit, I wish I could get some fucking food stamps. I want to cry when my ass be in line and they tell me how much I done spent. All right, shit, I love to be in line with 2 buggies of shit. I be mad when I see people in line at grocery store with 2 buggies of stuff. And yeah, I'd be mad. And it ain't no taxes. Yeah, I'd be mad. I'd be hating. Okay, and I'll never be hating, but I kind of hate a little bit, just like this much. Okay, but anyway, so Kevin said, "Shit, I do. Fuck that." All right, but they be like, "Yes, ma'am, that'd be $169.69." I'd be like, "Fuck." Okay, y'all be mad as hell. But anyway, but I swallow my pride so I can swallow shrimp. But anyway, so hi, Kevin. Okay, says, I understand that this has been stressful, and I'm sorry that you've been dealing with that. Rather, said that from our side, said that we followed up on the matters, and we were engaged to handle and address them accordingly. Now, at this time, all matters are closed except for one remaining matter that we are still actively pursuing. Right. Now, with respect to the Chris Brown issue, we followed up but did not receive a response. Because Chris is like, nigga, I'm not thinking about you. I just got off tour. FOH, okay? Fuck out of here. Says, and no further action can be taken without hearing back. I also understand that you have since engaged new legal counsel. And how? You crying about you broke. Who is representing you for free? Oh, okay. And I hope that new counsel is able to help bring resolution on any outstanding issues. Best of luck with everything. Thank you. All right, so Kevin McCall official at Chris Brown, okay, which is Chris Brown official, said that you are real, what is that? Effeminate brother. Said that I'm tired of the passive gay vibes. I'm gonna start airing Ninja's homoerotic thug and tranny stories every day until I run out of stories. So it's given that you are trying to bring up some information that you may have seen or something that you may have seen when you hung around Chris Brown in an effort to make him want to maybe give you money or embarrass him because he chooses not to fuck with you no more. And this is really going to make him not want to fuck with you and other people in the industry because they see that you a chatty ass, moist ass nigga. That's what it gives. They be like, yeah, I'm not working with Kevin McCall because this nigga here, he can't come around no parties with us because the nigga seems to sit back and be soaking in what he see and then be ready to hop on the podcast when you choose not to fool with him no more and tell my business. All right. If he was in the room with a tranny, so were you because you witnessed it. How many balls did you gargle? Ugh, I'm mad. So why do you think I was hanging around girls with dirt and videos of all you industry ninjas? Not sucking on, and things. Ha, I saw it. Okay, Ed, where was your mouth when that was going on? Where was your antennas, as they say? Said it. So I know we got some tension, brother, but I like ussy, bruh. Okay, Kevin. You real mad, though. It sounds like you mad because one of them trainers won't rubbing up on you. That's what it gives. Come on out the closet, sir. Allegedly. Says, and you can keep putting fake ass bounty hits on my head. Not bounty. Let me find out Chris out here on that. Said it's not cute anymore, King. Said that's feminine like Diddy. Not macho. What? Not feminine like Diddy. Not macho like Tupac. Says me and you are not the same. But play that game. Said it worked both ways like your sexuality. Oh my. Said that play ball if you want. Said that God gonna do you like you do. God gonna do you like your two buddies that tried to fight me. Says that one is gone and one can't walk. That's a threat. Oh no. Said that don't miss my point. Said the God karmas come swift, and you should know about that, how you did evil and your daughter, who another man had to adopt because you weren't taking care of it for his children. You ain't one of his children, but go off. Said that I'm not going to do anything that God is going to ruin whoever tried to ruin a child of God, and that will not be you. Said that God didn't tell me that this part. God did not tell me this part, but said it's sad when light-skinned people try to treat dark-skinned people like field ninjas. The book, what is that? The Buckinghamshire child buyer. So ultimately, he's upset because Chris fired him from working with him. He chooses not to fool with him, and he probably blackballed his ass from the industry to where nobody else don't want to fool with him. Because, like I said, he is going from podcast to podcast, crying about his money being low. He's very talented. I've seen several videos, most recently of him up just singing, like singing a cappella, child, trying to convince people that he is, talented and he wants to get back into the industry. But my thing is, when you start talking about things that you've seen that should not be talked about, that will close the door to where people will not want to work with you, because maybe they want to be gay in peace. Maybe they want to be with a tranny in peace. But when a nigga like you out here seeing things, when you are around said people, Chris Brown is not going to risk his image or whatever it is that he wants people to believe that he is for a nigga like you, a hungry nigga who he put on, who he was paying, who he allowed to be around him, because you are bitter and upset because people choose not to fool with you. Maybe it's you. A lot of times people don't like to look in the mirror when they are the fuck boys, and that's what it gives. All right, my thing is, you are who you hang around. If Chris was hanging around trannies, so the fuck were you. So for you to come out and try to put out disparaging things and embarrass him, you're only embarrassing yourself, because again, how do you know that balls were being passed around if they weren't in your mouth? And that's the end of my show. Thank you guys for being here. Love you guys down. I got to go because we got to work too, right? Thank you guys again. Let me go ahead and thank my Top Flight mods for doing such an awesome job, right? Thank you, my Top Flight True TV podcast, our newest member, Tiffany Thomas. Thanks for being here, and Rose Armstead. Thank you guys. Love you guys down. Thank you to all the content creators who stopped by to support my channel as well. Jonetta Speaks. Thank you so much, Deary Talk. Thank you, Black Women in the Building, Simple Mom Family TV, Deary Talk. Thank you as well, Astute Queen B, Miss Didi, JCD Creation, Shay P, Shay Renee, and Schoolboy if you're in the house. Or watching from the bushes, thank you as well. Those are my thank yous. Of course, all my Caramelians, y'all know I love you down. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to share the video, hype the video. All right, tell a friend to come on over to the Caramel Rail Show, because y'all know we have the tea over here, and we are also lit and hype as well. See you guys later for midday pop in. All right, keep your notifications on so you guys will know when I go live. All right, until the next one, bye.
I wake up every minute with a fever dreams. I push a mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts. I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Took until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact. I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny.
Shout out to Marcella Speaks for stopping by. I did not see love. Thanks for stopping by and supporting the channel as well. All right, back to the jam. Bye.
I do the best, and deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it. What I need next. If I could just believe, then I know I can turn all of my thoughts into a real threat. Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed.